Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you're all well and are staying safe and most of all staying sane. So I recently did a Shop My Stash. It went up yesterday. Yesterday was Monday and I think this video will be going up on Thursday. Anyway, I pulled this out. This NYX Smoking Highlight Palette, and when I pulled it out, it was on the chopping block by the way guys. When I pulled it out I was thinking it's not really speaking to me. The only shade that I really like in this palette is this bronze shade here, and I was going to do 3 looks 1 palette with, I really was, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to declutter it when I come round to doing my eyeshadow palette declutter. I just don't like it. I don't know why I bought this in the first place. I think I wanted to test the formula. They do like a different one, more of a like neutral one, and I wanted that one, and this woman was selling it for next to nothing and I just wanted to test the formula. I've never got around to testing it, so the only person that's used it is the person that used it before me. I'm not going to be using it, it's just not for me. If I want to use a smoky palette, I'll be using my Urban Decay Smoke palette. Yeah, I'll use this one, which is really nice, which just looks like that. I'll probably try and use that soon. I'm not going to use it today. If there was nothing else on the chopping block I probably would. This one just really confuses me, like by the shades that are just so similar, like these like top ivory shades here, like 2 of them are matte. This is a shimmer, this one, and then we've got this one which is slightly darker. I don't think we needed all them, and then it's the same with these like burgundy tone shades. So we've got that one, and that browny burgundy. I think we only needed 2 of them, and these 2 shades are really similar as well. Yeah, not really feeling it guys. So what do you guys think of this palette? Have you tried it? I'm not even going to, so let's just put that there. So the palette I am going to try, which you probably, if you've been watching my channel, already know which one. I think this is the last one on the chopping block, and then I've got to go through my collection and see which ones I want to keep and which ones I want to declutter, because I've got far too many eyeshadow palettes in my collection. But it's this Kylie eyeshadow one, and this one upsets me the most just because I've spent the most money on it. It's the burgundy palette, and I'm kicking myself now for not buying the bronze one. The bronze one I know I would have had more use out of. So she just looks like that. Beautiful packaging, and then inside looks like that, barely been used. It's just mainly like every time I open it, it's more the burgundy tones that are putting me off, but there are quite a lot of neutrals, so you can get a neutral look as well. So we're gonna attempt to do 3 looks 1 palette. I just hope it's not like, I don't like it. You know, I might like it, so you know, I'm being a bit more brave with eyeshadow lately. So yeah, we'll start with the 3 looks 1 palette. I just need to get all my brushes and whatnot together. Okay, let's put a bit of this on. Not a lot comes out of this at all. So this one is from Primark, if I've not already said. Cost next to nothing, £2 I believe. Can you hear them outside again? I'm really sorry about this. I seem to say this in every single video recently. It's just a bit of a piss take. I wish they'd shut up. It takes a lot to piss me off. But yeah, they're just pissing me off. Right, so there is no like cream ivory shade in this. I'm just going to go to my Too Faced chocolate bar. I always want to call this milk chocolate. So yeah, it's the really old one. So we're just going to put the white chocolate shade on. I've switched my brushes around where I store them. and all like my eyeshadow brushes, these are all my best ones. There's quite a lot in the bathroom as well that need cleaning. I've just put all in this sink here. I mean, look at all them brushes, guys. Does one person really need all them? I don't think so. And I'm glad I'm able to use this. It gives me an opportunity to use it because it is Project Pan, the Too Faced chocolate bar. So now, what are we going in with? Part of me wants to use the burgundy shades, but I want to save one till the end. Right, so, okay. Right, so these burgundy shades will save to the end when I've got actually makeup on and see what it looks like. So we'll start off then with this shade here, which is called Beach. Right, I'm going to be using my Smashbox brush. Still haven't got around to cleaning those brushes, so we'll probably do that tomorrow. So yeah, I'm just gonna dip into that shade there. It's blending out quite nice. Oh, I've dipped into the wrong shade. Let me just take that off. Dipped into the shade I'm going to be using next. Yeah, I'm never ever going to order from the Kylie website again. It's just, it costs too much money. It's the same with Colourpop though. Once you've done the shipping and the customs, it costs more in customs than the products. So, I mean, with Colourpop, you can order on Depop, which is quite good, and a lot of people like buy in bulk and then they sell the things on Depop just for a little bit more expensive than you would get it on Colourpop. I'm having to think about this now because I'm doing my makeup at the same time. So like the Baby Got Peach palette is I think £12 on the Colourpop website, but you're also paying £10 shipping and then you'd pay customs on top. So for me to get it would cost £25–30 for what's known as a drugstore palette. So I don't tend to shop with Colourpop. But if I was to get it from Depop and it was brand new, I can actually get it for between £17 and £20. So I'll probably do that eventually. Right, let's just blend that in a little bit more. Let's find a blending brush in all of these brushes. Oh, this one's quite a good one. I think this one's from, yeah, this one's from Primark. They still do these, but they do different colours in them. I think the colour is now a purple or a green that they do them. But these are... Oh, Andrea. I did that then and thought there was a mirror in this Kylie palette. But these are really, really good brushes. Even like just to blend out. Right. So now, let's take this shade off this Smashbox brush. And let's go in with this orange shade. I don't know whether to do that all over the lid and then go into the crease with it and just do a matte look for once, not put any shimmer down, because we're doing 3 looks 1 palette, so we've got plenty of time to use the shimmers. I might do that, you know, because that is a really nice orange toned matte, which is called Penny. Yeah, let's do that. Wow, look at the pigment on that. But it's not coming across that pigmented on the eyelid. So we're just taking it up to the crease. It's just blended in nicely with that other shade. Shall we just build up the colour a little bit more, because that to me is not coming across that pigmented. Might be different on camera. I tend to go a little bit ham with things like this. I like that. I don't normally do matte looks at all. But this is just showing me that I do actually like matte eyeshadow as well as shimmers. Normally I just put like mattes in the crease and the transition, and then I'll put a shimmer all over the lid. But yeah, I've got the Urban Decay Ultimate Basics. I might bring that out for a Shop My Stash and just use those eyeshadows and see what I think of them. Now if I like the way the majority of these eyeshadows are looking on me, I'm going to keep the palette. If I don't, it's going to get decluttered. Who I'm going to give it to, I don't know. Just because it's an expensive palette and I've tried putting it on Depop for next to nothing for like £15 and nobody wants it. So I don't know. I don't think they're my mum's colours like this one is. And she'd probably wear that one as well, but 2 out of 9 I don't want to, and maybe that one actually, so 3, I don't know. I'd ask her if she wanted it if I didn't want it anymore. Right, so let's do the inner corner. We'll just go in with this brush here. I'll wipe it off. Which one is this? It's a Zoeva 233 Luxe pencil brush. Right, so we're using this shade here, which is Naked, for the inner corner, which doesn't like it's doing an awful lot. It's not really your typical brightening inner corner highlight, but it's the only one we've got to work with. Right, then we'll blend them. Looks patchy there on that eye, so we'll have to sort that out. I'll show you in a minute. Can you see just in the middle of the eye there, it looks really patchy. Right, let's put a bit more on then. And I'll be taking it off in a minute, but obviously I don't want it to look patchy. Yeah, that's better. Oh, we need to put some of that white chocolate shade on as well. I think this would actually look really good just with like yeah, so this is look 1, guys. I think this would look really good with a full face of makeup on, so I might try that one day. I do like the more neutral toned eyeshadows in the palette, but it's when it comes to the burgundy shades, and I know it's called the Burgundy palette, but at the time it had rave reviews and I thought, well, why not give it a go. So let's just take this eyeshadow off and then we can start with look number 2. Not got a clue what I'm going to be doing in look number 2, but let's figure that out together. Right, guys, so we're ready to move on with look number 2. I've just put concealer down all over the lids for the base, and I've also used the Too Faced white chocolate shade, so we are ready. So I've just cleaned this palette a little bit so it looks less scrubby. So this is what she looks like. Very beautiful. Kylie's done an amazing job with the packaging, there is no doubt about it. Right, so let's go in with a shade again, for the light crease shade, because there is no, ideally I would like a lighter brown, something like the Salted Caramel shade from the Milk Chocolate, but I'm not going to use that, just because I want to concentrate on the Burgundy palette today. So I'm going to use as many shades from this palette as possible. So what shade was that again? Beach. So let me come as close as I can. I'm not going to zoom in this time. This really is a pretty shade and it blends out really well. It's a nice transition. So what have you all been doing to pass the time? I know I've asked you this a few times, but I've actually been watching Game of Thrones. I'm on, I think, season 6. Yeah, there's 2 more seasons left. And I'm on the last episode of season 6. So it's all getting exciting now. I think I'm one of the last people to watch it. Everyone says, have you watched Game of Thrones? And I'm like, no, I've watched one season and I got bored. And they're like, you should really watch it, it gets better. So yeah, I went back and watched it. And then, you know, I was watching season 1 again after like it first released, which was years ago. And I'm like, I don't know if I like it. But yeah, I've really gotten into it, obviously, because I'm six seasons ahead. There's only like, after this one, there's only 14 more episodes to go, and then I've completed it. Season 7 and 8. I've only got 7 episodes in, where all the other seasons had 10. But I've heard that the ending to Game of Thrones is terrible. So I'm not really looking forward to that, but at least I will have finished it. But yeah, I mean, if you've got Now TV or if you've got Sky at all, can you recommend any good TV shows for me? I don't have Netflix. I used to have Netflix, and then I just don't have it anymore. I want to watch everything on Now TV that is good first, and then I'll probably go back to Netflix. I've actually had a good deal off them recently. I pay $8.99 a month normally for my entertainment package. That's the only package I've got. You can have like entertainment, film, kids, sports, all that, but you have to pay extra. I don't have the film package, just because I didn't watch it enough when I did have it. So I don't have that anymore. I'm more of a box set girl than I am a films girl, even though I love films as well. But yeah, so I pay $8.99 a month, and what they've said is, like, I was debating whether to cancel it, and so I was gonna cancel it. I knew that I'd be able to watch Game of Thrones by the end of like the period where I have to pay for it again. So I thought I'd cancel it, and they gave me an offer, a really good one actually. For the next 6 months I only have to pay £1.60 a month, so I thought, well, £1.60 is neither here nor there. So yeah, let's use that offer up. I always seem to be getting offers off them. Oh, that's just the transition down. Beach, I think it was called. Right, I'm probably going to live to regret this, but now I want to go in this with this really deep shade here. That one is Brick, I think, if I'm reading this right. If I'm not, I'm sure you guys will tell me what shades they are. It's like a red toned brown, really pigmented on the brush again. Oh, it is pigmented. I might not go in all the way across, just on the outer kind of third, like that. Yeah, and then we'll just blend them in a little bit. I'll just take that other eyeshadow off. Hair's in the way now. This darn left eye. Yeah, that'll do. And then it's just the packaging that's dropped. And then I think we're going to go in with this really bronze toned here. It's called New York. Reminds me of the Taylor Swift song, New York. Oh, it's in my head now. It's actually pretty pigmented, but it is quite dry. I think it's the age of it. I don't think it's the palette itself. I mean, I can't remember. I've only used this a few times, but that is a little bit dry. We'll see when we come to use the rest of the shimmers. I'm getting more enjoyment out of using this palette than I am out of the NYX Smoky palette. So if any of them are going to stay, it's this one. Well, I know the next one isn't going to stay. What's the point in having it in a collection if you're just not going to use it? So So that's what that looks like. So let's get that brush again. I think what I'm going to do this time is wet it a little bit and see if it looks a bit better. Now, I've been using this e.l.f. Dewy Finishing Spray. It's in my NYX bottle. I think we've come to an end of it, guys. It's not even anything there, but I think there's some left on the pump. Yeah, a tiny bit on the pump. I think we're going to call that done now and get another one out. I love the smell of it though. It smells of coconuts. Oh, it's much more pigmented. That's nice actually with spray on it. Right, so that's that. And then we'll go into the chocolate bar and get the white chocolate shade off. And then in a second we can do look free. And we'll talk about the products that I pulled for this week's Shop My Stash. So this is really a get ready with me using Shop My Stash products and Shop My Stash products and chopping block products, just to see what I want to keep. And if the burgundy looks nice, I'm gonna keep it because I've liked the two looks that I've done. So this is look number 2, guys. This is what it looks like. It could have been doing with blended in a little bit better. The bronze that I've used, what shade was it again? No, not Brick. New York. I should remember that one. New York actually makes it look real smoky. So that's what that looks like. Right, so I really wanted to use this though, but we need to be testing the burgundy out. I wanted to use this one, but we need to test the burgundy shades out. So yeah, let's go and take this off and we'll come back and do look number 3. And off we go. So I was on Beauty Bay earlier, well not even on Beauty Bay, I was on Facebook and I got a notification of Beauty Bay about the melt, that green one they brought out. I've wanted that since they released it, and it's gone down like 20% at the moment, so if you're after it on Beauty Bay it's 20%. I'm personally not going to buy it. I've got way too much eyeshadow palettes, and I've wanted to try like the Melt Cosmetics formula for a while now, but there's other things that I want to try first, like the Ofra highlighter formula. They just look amazing. Leave me your thoughts on them. Are they worth the money down below, because I'd really like to know. And what is the best shade for a pale girl like me to use, because there's so many, like on Beauty Bay's website there is so many like pale highlighters, but there is one that's really got my interest. It's called the Ofra Signature Palette, and you get like I think 5 different highlighters, so you get to try like 5 different shades. I think a normal highlighter from Ofra is about £24 and that palette is 26, so it is good value for money because you do obviously get to try quite a few highlighters. I've not bought any makeup in a while, so I am thinking about maybe purchasing at some point. I don't know whether to wait until it goes on sale, but that palette seems to sell out quite a lot. I was on the website the other day just browsing because I was a little bit bored, and it had sold out. The Madison Miller one that they brought out, I think you got a blush, a highlighter, maybe 2 blushes and a highlighter. That one was on sale and now it's gone back up to full price. So you really have got to time it, like most sites, you've really got to time it when you're buying from them. Right, so let's get back to it. So let's put this concealer on just like under my eyes here, and we'll put it on top as well, ready for the eyeshadow base, ready for the eyeshadow application, should I say. And I'm not really looking forward to how this burgundy red eyeshadow is going to turn out. So it's not really me, red eyes, but it might turn out better than I thought. Right, so now we're just going to be using this number 7. I pulled quite a few powders out for this week, but I'm just going to be using this all over the face. This is a really good one, guys, for under the eyes. I've been really enjoying using it, better than the Laura Mercier one, which I've not really been enjoying using. I've not enjoyed using it since I bought it, but I wanted to use it up, so that's what I'm going to be doing. But yeah, I prefer that number 7 one a lot more. Right, so for the eyes, I'm just taking the Real Techniques setting brush, and basically I'm just going in like the cap here and seeing if there's any product that I can use without actually getting any out. I don't use that much. I don't want it to embellish my fine lines. I thought I saw some like glitter specks then, but it is light reflecting like the Laura Mercier one. I just don't know if I did or not. So let's find a brush. Let's just use this one. I don't know where the brush is that I normally use. It's a BH Cosmetics 114 this. So let's just pop it on with this. No, I don't think it does. I don't know why I had glitter on my face. Maybe it was from eyeshadow I used earlier. Right, and for blush, highlight and like contour, we're going to be using this. I pulled this in, not 100% whether I'm going to be keeping it in the collection, so potentially this could be in the chopping block as well. So it just looks like that. I really do like this blush here. It reminds me of NARS Orgasm so much, but yeah, I'm not too sure about the other two products. So let's see if my brush is in here. I've got brushes literally all over the place, guys, because I've like changed my where I store my brushes around, so it's not there. Right, so it's not this one that I normally use, but we will try it. It should just about fit in here. So this brush is the newest one in my collection. It's the Rebel Edge Broad, and you got 3. So you got the Rebel Edge Medium and the Rebel Edge Fine, which was an eyeshadow brush. This bronzer looks quite warm toned. It's got a huge dent in, so at one point I must have been using it a lot, but I haven't used it in ages. I want to say years, just because I've got some really good face palettes in my collection. And I think this was one of the palettes that I got when I first started YouTube, I want to say. Right, so that's the bronzer done. So I just chisel it out, so I'm just going to get that powder. Right, so we'll just use this Shan XO brush and chisel out where I place that bronzer. And I'm just using my Project Pan powder, which is the MUA Skin Define Hydro Powder, if you don't know what that one is. So let's put that there. Right, and then we're going to go into the blush. No, we'll use the highlight and then put the blush on top. No, we'll go into the blush. Make up your mind, woman. Right, we'll try this Real Techniques one. So this is from the Bold Metals collection. So I'm just going to go in with the, obviously, the NARS Orgasm type blush. To me, it's not even... Right, let's try a different brush. Right, so I'm going to try the New Look one now. To me, it doesn't even look like there's anything there. Maybe a little bit. I think it's lost its pigment. That might be getting decluttered. Right, and then I'm just going to colour switch this because I used some powder with it. And we'll use the highlight. And I don't think there's much pigment here. I've swatched it before and I just didn't think there was that much pigment. Certainly got a lot of fallout. There's a tiny bit, it's just not blinding. I really like a blinding highlight. Might be getting decluttered, guys. I've got to be honest. I'm going to use it a few more times this week, but that might be going as well. When I do like my face palette declutter, I'm not just going to declutter them like willy-nilly. I'll wait until I know what I'm decluttering, and then we'll just do a declutter together. Right, so now we're going to go into the Too Faced chocolate bar and use that white chocolate shade. Right, so that's that. That one can go away now because we've used it. Don't need that again. Oh, actually I'll need it for the brow bone later. Right. So Smashbox brush again. Let's clean it off. These things are absolutely brilliant. If you don't have one, I would highly recommend them. I got this from eBay. I think it was next to nothing. For about £3, I think. So yeah, we're going to go in with Beach again because I really like that as a transition shade. Sounds really windy out there today. Right, and then we need to wipe this colour off. Let's blend it a little bit actually before we go in with the really dark burgundy shades. Yeah, it really sounds windy in the UK today, but it looks quite sunny. I've not been out yet. Okay, I'm not mad at that. Look at all the fallout on that burgundy shade, which I'm not surprised at. Like with a lot of dark shades like this, there is quite a bit of fallout. Right, so now we're going to go in with Dubai, which is like a burgundy with like a bronze undertone. Yeah, this one's pretty dry too. That might be the formula, you know, I just can't remember. I just don't think this is me, guys, at all. Like it's too dark and too vampy. Right, and let's use this for Naked again for the inner corner. Right, maybe I'll put some like on the lash line as well. So we'll start off with Beach, because that's obviously the transition shade we used. I'm just going to use this really thin brush so I've got like more control. Because my eyes are watering, it's going down here. Got her there as well, and I've right, so it stopped recording for a while there, but this is what we're looking like so far. Pretty scary, right? Right, so the palette really only has those 2 burgundy shades in. I could probably live without this palette with those, without using those shades. It's pretty neutral then when you come to think about it. There are a couple of darker brown eyeshadows as well, so I think I'm going to keep it, guys. I've surprised myself. Yeah, I think I'm going to be keeping it. So let's put the rest of the makeup, and then I'm going to blend this out a little bit. I'm not going to do it at the moment because my eyes are a little bit streamy. They're really teary. So yeah, we'll blend that out a little bit, and hopefully it won't make me look as scary. So let's get my eye stuff like mascara, brow products and eyeliner, and then we'll choose the lippy. Right, so we're going to go in with the e.l.f. pencil, but just to comb the brows out. I don't have any more brow pencil left in that e.l.f. brow pencil, so I pulled this one in. I got this a while ago. It's from Sport FX, and it's a Definition Duo eyeliner pencil, and on one side you've got the brow product, and then on the other side you've got the eyeliner. I don't think I've ever used this eyeliner. It just looks like that. It's a really fine nib. Not really interested in the eyeliner, to be honest. Just the brow product, and then it will be getting decluttered. It's really fine. It's like a micro pencil. So let's pop a bit of this on. And I just go over my brows really gently with it. Right, and then we'll be going in with this. I absolutely love this, guys. It's the Makeup Gallery Slay the Brow Gel. So just lightly going over it again. This one is in the shade Brunette. Poundland, where I got it from, have 2 shades. They have this shade, and then they have a blonde shade. So if you're in between shades, unfortunately they don't have your particular shade there, which I don't think's good at all. It's not cool that they only have 2 shades. Mascara, I need to go and get that. Again, we're only working with the one mascara. This is the only mascara that I've got in my collection. It's the PS Beauty 3D Lash Effect, the one that I absolutely adore. Luckily you can get 6 months out of this, so I don't have to worry about getting a mascara like now, but I will need another one eventually. I mean, I've been using this one a month, and normally shelf life for me with mascaras, even though it does say you can use it for 6 months, I normally change them up in like every 4 months. So I've got another 3 months of using it. Just have to see what the situation's like in 3 months' time, I guess. Right, so that's that done. It really does look better with mascara on, but I do want to blend out just under my eyes a little bit more. So right, so I just smudged it out a little bit with the pencil brush. There's not that much on the lower lash line. I think I like it. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Kind of blend them out a little bit more. Right, so I've just had to change my battery. this battery that's in the camera now isn't fully charged, so luckily we don't have too much to do, just choose a lipstick really, which I have no clue on, to be honest. I want to use something that I've not already used. The lipstick edit will be coming up soon, so I want to use something that I've not already used and just see what it looks like, see if I want to keep it, see if I want to declutter it. So I think there's only really like a lip gloss that I really haven't used, which is back here, which is this Smith & Co. one. So I think I'm going to be using this. It's neutral, so it will go with the eye look. Let me just check there's nothing else. Used all them. Used. Yeah, I've used them all. So we're just going to use that Smith & Co. lip gloss. See how this works out. I'm not liking the smell of that. No, we're not going to use it. Right, so that one's going when I declutter it. I'm just thinking, and part of me wants to use MAC Velvet Teddy, but I've got this one in Underground as well, which is quite plummy. But is that going to be too much? That might be too much. We'll use that. I don't think I've used it that often. I think I've used it once before. So let's just use this one. Looks really natural with that eye look, actually. Yeah, it looks real pretty. So yeah, that's that. So again, it looks pretty smoky, but yeah, I actually really like it. The only eyeshadows I've really got to use, is I've used the top row there. I've used obviously these two here. I didn't get to use this. I really want to use this, so I'll probably use it tomorrow. And then obviously there's these two here. The darkest one will probably make a good like lash line shade. I think I'm going to keep it, guys, which is really amazed me, because for sure I thought I was going to declutter it. I'm going to take it off Depop now. So yeah, let's keep this one. Right, so thank you for watching today. It really does mean a lot that you have. What do you think of this look? I'd really appreciate your comments down below, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. If you've not already subscribed, I would love it if you did and became part of my growing fam here on YouTube. Just click that subscribe button and notifications button down below, and all my social media is down there as well if you want to follow me over there. And I will see you again soon. Bye guys.